When I first started my job at UC Santa Cruz, even when I was actually still interviewing for this job, I knew that I wanted to be involved with the local Filipino community in some way.
I feel like working with Watsonville is in the Heart has been one of the best parts of my experience at UC Santa Cruz.
It's been really awesome to connect and make strong relationships and really gain like a new family in the community here, and it's made me feel like I belong.
In no small terms, it's kind of changed my life.
I'm Kathleen Gutierrez, and I'm an assistant professor in the Department of History. I specialize in Southeast Asia, the Philippines, science, and the environment. I come from Los Angeles, a historic Filipino town, to be specific, which was itself a historical enclave for the Filipino-American community in Southern California.
Hi, my name is Una. I'm a fourth year in the history department at UC Santa Cruz, and I am an oral history intern for Watsonville in the Heart.
My name's Hunt-Doyle. I'm a third-year history major. I work with Watsonville in the Heart as an oral history intern.
Hi, I'm Meleia. I'm a fifth-year PhD candidate in the history department. In Watsonville is in the Heart, I am the co-director of our digital archive project. I am from Santa Cruz originally. I identify as being a mixed race person. I'm part Filipino American myself, and I came to grad school with the idea that I was going to get to learn more about Filipino American history and maybe connect more to that side of my family history. But I didn't expect that I was going to learn so much about Filipino American history in the place where I was born. Watsonville is in the Heart is a community-engaged research initiative and archive focused on preserving and amplifying the histories of the first Filipino settlers and farm workers to come to Watsonville in the Pajaro Valley region in the 1920s and 30s. But the project also includes the memories and experiences of the second generation of Filipino Americans who grew up in the area throughout the 40s, 50s, 60s, and all the way to the present.
What many may not know is that the Pajaro Valley is the epicenter of Filipino American history in many people's long histories and lineages and how they might know the state. For us here at UC Santa Cruz, we see the Pajaro Valley as a place of collaboration, a place of partnership, and a place of working together with community members to preserve the histories that they want to preserve.
Our project is a collaboration between UCSC faculty, graduate students, and undergraduate students, along with community members who are descendants of those first Filipino farm workers, and a community organization called the Tobera Project, which was founded by a descendant named Roy Recio.
So one of the cool hallmarks of Watsonville is in the Heart is what we call tiered or cascading mentorship. This means that we have graduate students that mentor undergraduate students who then in turn take on their own projects. And all around that, I then mentor, for instance, the graduate students and the undergraduate students. And it's this kind of feedback loop or kind of tiered system that allows us to share our knowledge, but then also build our own skills as mentors. One of the things that Watsonville is in the Heart is really passionate about is ensuring that student agency is at the forefront, which means that a lot of our students have the autonomy, but also the authority and responsibility of their own projects to kind of give it their own stamp of approval. And we all kind of work together to make sure that that's uplifted, because we actually find that it's a very motivational and inspirational model when students have the agency to pursue the intellectual interests that they have with the skills that they're building with us.
What I do for my job as an oral history intern is to interview our narrators in the Pajaro Valley. I conduct 1 to 2 hour interviews with people. I do preliminary interviews to get to know them and learn a little bit more about them. And then I work on all of the processing for the interviews after the fact, so doing transcriptions and archival descriptions and uploading them to our digital archive. I also am involved in the curatorial team, assisting with an exhibit that's going to be at the Santa Cruz Museum of Art and History next spring, and I'm currently curating my own digital exhibit surrounding one of the families in our archive. It's one of the most unique jobs that I've ever had, and I've been able to practice so many different skills, and I've been given so much responsibility and such a wide variety of opportunities that I would never have just from taking history courses I really appreciate the professional environment that I have been able to be a part of, and kind of utilize skills that I learn in history classes and apply it in a practical way in the public history environment. And I really think what I've learned as a part of this job will really help me in my career after graduating, and has really just kind of emphasized my interest in the field of public history. So I'm so appreciative that I've had this opportunity.
I would really love to incorporate oral history into what I'm doing. I mean, my area of focus in history is not Asian American studies. It's not in America. It's nothing like this, but a lot of the things that I'm learning are incredibly helpful. Mostly oral history skills, but also what I've been doing in developing curriculums. You know, now I know how that's done. I know how to communicate professionally, how to organize events. I mean, I don't think I could do it myself right now, but you know, I'm getting experience seeing this being done. I mean, I was not considering graduate school as an option really. I was planning on just going and becoming a high school history teacher, which is also a very good career path, but being a part of Watsonville is in the Heart has really opened my mind to the kinds of things that you can do with a history degree. It's taught me so much. You know, like Una was saying, for me, it feels like every single day I learn something new, and there's a great experience, whether it's working with the people on the team, whether they're my peers or graduate students or the PIs. Everyone's just so amazing, and it's just a very welcoming atmosphere that gives us a lot of space to grow and learn. So, you know, I could be here talking for hours about all the stuff that I've gotten out of it. But yeah, I think it's really pushed me to seek out, you know, higher education. And I think it's also given me a lot of skills that I can use in trying to do that. So
it's not very common that a history PhD program gives you the opportunity to learn practical public history skills in things like oral history, archiving, working with communities, but also coordinating a research project. So it's been so amazing for me to learn all of these skills and be able to apply them in the real world. And it's really, really changed my trajectory as far as my career in the future. I've become very, very interested in pursuing alternate tracks beyond academia. I'm interested in community archiving most especially, and through Watsonville is in the Heart, I was able to learn so much about the standards in the archives field, but also how to co-create an archive with community members in a way that is very meaningful and impactful for that community.
And we're now in our third year running, and I'm excited for what's to come. I think I continue to learn from the students first and foremost. I'm incredibly fortunate to work with students that are so self-motivated, incredibly self-directed, and very organized. I've also had the real opportunity of meeting really amazing and supportive allies here at UC Santa Cruz too, who believe in the mission of community archiving and who also believe in the mission of local history and why our campus needs to be responsive to it. Experiential learning is completely tied into this, and I think that if we're going to really make sure that local histories are preserved and given the honor that they do deserve, experiential learning has to be a part of it so that our students can actually see the work that they're doing come to life and actually contribute in a meaningful way.